Today we're looking at a 1979 Pontiac Trans Am. It's an original special edition Smoking the Bandit car. Previous owner has owned this car since 1981. He is the second owner, and had it repainted. I'm not sure exactly on the date, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And when he repainted it, he wasn't 100% happy with the paint job, and so he never put the stripes and decals back on it. But it is a PHS documented. Previous owner has owned it since 1981, and it is a special edition Trans Am. Triple black car from the factory, just as you see it today. All numbers matching engine, power steering, power brakes, and air conditioning. Air conditioning does need a little bit of a charge, but it worked here last year or the year before. Got the 6.6 liter V8 engine. Bottom side of the hood is all original paint. Rubber seal and stuff's all good in it yet, nice and pliable. This Trans Am has just at 100,000 original miles. It's got 100,100 and some miles, and they are the original miles. Hood gap over in the driver's side across the front and the passenger side is all nice and even. Hood lines up really nice at the top of the fender. Even the front nose ain't all cracked up like a lot of them. It's not perfect. I mean, it has a few very, very minor little ones, but it's really in good shape. We buffed out the hood, and the hood has a good shine to it, but to buff out the rest of the car when the car really needs paint, I didn't do that. If a guy wants to leave it the way it is, not spend a lot of money right away, a light wet sand and a buff would really make it look a ton better. But you know, to be to the quality where I would spend the money to put the stripes and stuff on it, I would just have it sanded and repainted because it's got a really solid body on it. If you go to our website, coyoteclassics.com, you're going to see 20 pictures of the undercarriage, and it looks all original on there. I didn't see any patches or rust holes to speak of. Very, very solid original car underneath. If we come up along here, there's a chip here on the side of the hood. We have paint cracking right there, have heaviness in the paint. Same thing right in this area right here as well. So I guess if you get down lower, you can see it does have some paint cracks here and here. Very solid fender, no bubbles or blisters on the fender or door. Like I said, a really good solid foundation. It is a T-top car. T-tops look like they're in good shape. We have a couple more cracks right here. There's one, there's some right here. As I said before, the previous owner who owned it since '81, I don't know when he had it painted, but when he had it painted, he just wasn't happy with the quality of the paint job. It wasn't exactly as nice as he wanted it, so he never did put the decals on. He's always going to have it repainted, and never did. Just drove it once in a while and enjoyed it a little bit. But it was his dream to finally have it repainted and re-decaled. Engine runs really nice. It's got newer dual exhaust on it. It does come with the correct chrome tips. The original tips are in the trunk, come with it. If you look up and down the sides, like I said, very straight body. Passenger side looks super straight. If a guy blocked it or sanded it once, I mean, he'd be ready for a paint job in my opinion. So very, very nice looking car. Tires are in good shape on it. It's got the correct wheels. It has the brand new stickers and the brand new center caps. We just put those on. The previous owner purchased them, so we put those on. If we go ahead down here and look at the corner of the doors, it's all original. Very nice there. Also, if we look at the inside of the trunk, the bottom side of the trunk lid paint looks like brand new. It's original, looks really good. It's got the factory sticker, original carpet, space saver, spare, all that stuff is in there. Trunk compartment looks really nice. Here's your Door jamb. Paint still looks really good. Original door panel, and it's got power windows and power locks. Original door panel is in excellent shape. Armrest is good. We got just a little bit of that clear plastic taping thing just peeled just a little bit right there. Rubbers are still pliable. I wouldn't change the rubbers, and I wouldn't change these here. Window felts look really good still. You can tell it's original paint in the door jambs. You can tell the paint's just wearing a little thin here to primer. So this car's only been repainted one time, guys. So you can tell all the original red oxy primer still right here, and there's a scratch in the door you can see the primer on. Door jambs have never been repainted, I don't think. Come with cloth upholstery. It's all original. We do have the cloth upholstery's got some wear marks. It's just getting thin along here on the bottom. Top part looks okay. If we look in the back door panels look nice. The plastic door panels up above towards the headliner look good. Dome light still works. Headliner needs to be replaced. You can tell around the T-tops it's just shrunk. Back seat cover is nice. Back seat cover, I don't see any issues with that at all. As we look at this over here, it's faded. The hard plastic is faded a little bit. When a guy restores the interior at one point, you'd want to take that out and re-dye all that. As far as our dash pad was good for many, many years, and previous owner said about in the last 5 years it just cracked right along the top. So it does have a crack in the dash pad. Electric trunk popper still works. Trunk pops right up. Carpet's original. Carpet has worn thin, so a guy would want to replace the carpet when you restore it. Kick panel's in great shape. Console's in good shape. It's got a little bit of a cigarette burn, and the previous owner said that it had that in there when he purchased it in 1981. So AM FM. This car, kind of a neat fact with this car, according to the PHS documents, the special edition package, which included everything, cost $350, and the AM FM 8-track cost $360. So the radio costs more than the special edition package, which I thought was kind of weird. Also, I have the original radio. This is an original style radio, but it's AM FM Delco with a cassette. I have the 8-track that comes with it as well, the AM FM 8-track, and that worked when the previous owner pulled it out. We're going to let the air conditioning run a little bit and just see if that gets cold. Fan works. Gas gauge, amp gauge, tachometer, oil pressure, water temp gauge, all work. Not sure if the clock does. Yep, the clock works as well. So everything on the gauges appears that it works. Horn works. Like I said, console's in really good shape for its age. Power windows work. Power locks do not work. They do engage, but it looks like they're not locking down. Let me try it with the door shut. Nope. Since we got the trunk open, guys, like I was telling you earlier, I mean the original jack instructions, I mean the paint is beautiful on the bottom side of the trunk still. Space saver, jack, everything's there. Original carpet in there. Exhaust sounds good, absolutely no smoke. As we look up and down the sides, driver's sides, just as nice as the passenger side. Like I said, it's a nice straight car. It has a good shine. It has a shine, I should say. If a guy wants to put just a good shine on it right now, you could, like I said, wet sand and buff it. But I would have it repainted as nice as this car is, as nice as it drives, as solid as it is. I'd spend a little money and repaint it and then decal it. As far as rust goes, might be just a skosh of surface rust starting in that. Yeah, this quarter's fantastic. That's all original quarter panel. You can just feel that lip's never been touched, guys. Original quarters on it. And as we come down here in the dog leg where they always rust out, a couple little surface rust spots just where they chipped along the door edge guard. That's it. That's all solid. Again, just right in here in this area, there's like 3 or 4 little paint cracks. You can't even feel them, so it's nothing major. Oh, the door gap looks good on the back of the door. The gap here in this fender needs to be adjusted just a little bit. The door just sticks in just a little bit right from here to here. Other than that, it lines up nice at the bottom. No bubbles or blisters on the lower fender. That all looks nice and solid. Door's all solid. Like I said, super solid, original triple black, special edition Bandit car. Corner of the door's good. Now the passenger side seat was worn on the bottom. This seat's got a little bit of a wear just along the top edge here, but all in all the bottom is really in good shape. It's all original. You can tell the carpet around here by the seat belt's worn through right here. It's also worn through a little bit up here. You can tell the carpet's just bad right along there, getting in and out. I said all the gauges work, guys. The only thing that the volt gauge ain't reading very good, so I don't know if that's not reading accurately or that we're not charging. I'm really thinking that the gauge is bad because I think it charges. Wipers are working. Not getting a lot of air. The air is not cold. The air needs to be charged. Shifter knob's nice. It's all original. This is all nice and clean. Like I said, really nice original two-owner car. Needs paint, needs a little interior work. The running and driving of it is really good. Shocks feel good as we go over those bumps. Same thing there, no bottoming out. No pull on the brakes, right or left. Nice disc brakes, they stop straight. Kick down on the transmission works well. Previous owner said back in the day there wasn't many cars that could keep up with this thing on the top end. Here's your brakes at higher speed, no pull. Front end feels really tight too, so as far as our suspension stuff, I think that's all really in good shape. Transmission gets a little second gear scratch. Tranny shift's really nice. Kickdown works. It's a great running driving car, guys. It does have, which is kind of a pet peeve, and it's too bad, but the steering wheel is in great shape except for there's a chunk missing out of the side of the steering wheel right here. I need to mention that because that's annoying. Other than that, the steering wheel is not sticky or anything like that. It's just got a, I don't know what happened, a chunk of that foam come out of the side. It does have tilt and it does have cruise. This car is awesome to drive, guys. This is one I would like to keep for myself, put a paint job on it, a little interior work, and you'd have a really, really nice Smoking the Bandit Trans Am.